Now we'll talk about three-point perspective, which is perhaps the most rare type of perspective that you'll see because it's very distorted perspective. If you remember in the slide examples, under content, you'll see some examples of three-point perspective. I call it the big tall building perspective, where it looks like the building is wide at the bottom and then gets narrower as it soars up into space, okay? That's three-point perspective. And so for your exercises, the three-point perspective idea very much mimics the two-point perspective situation in that you're starting with the corner. Instead of the flat box, you're starting with the corner. You're going to see two sides, okay? So the way that I like for you guys to do the exercise here is to simply render one form above and one form below the horizon line, starting with those corner lines like we did in the two-point perspective over here. So again, just like in two-point perspective, you're going to start with taking this corner line and drawing orthogonals with a straight edge to each of the two vanishing points that we have established on the horizon line. And so I'm doing that, going to each of these two vanishing points with that corner line. Okay, now is where it differs for three-point perspective. So you've got that going on. For three-point perspective, instead of just putting the sides down like we did on the two-point perspective, you're going to put the third vanishing point right up above your corner line, okay? And then you're going to take your sides, and instead of making them parallel to that front corner line like we did over here in two-point perspective, you're going to have your corner line vanish to that point above, okay? And on this side too, you're going to have that side vanish to the point above, so that you get the effect of this form getting narrower and narrower as it's getting taller and taller, okay? And then the bottom part is simply the same idea as your two-point perspective again. You take that opposing bottom corner and draw it to the opposite vanishing point, and same with this other one. You take the opposing bottom corner and take it to the opposite vanishing point. And there you have the three-point perspective, the big tall building, soaring up, vanishing to a point above to indicate that tallness of it, but remaining a two-point perspective situation in all other ways. So you do one above, and then you do one below. That's going to look pretty much the same way, except that you would put the vanishing point directly below the corner line in this one. Okay, so that's your three-point perspective.